Reactor online, sensors online, weapons systems online, all functioning systems nominal.
Hello once again everybody, welcome to the Amazing Live Show, and this is me, A-MEZ-ING here, of course. I mean, who else could it be, right? Anyway, good to see you guys on tonight. Now we are still in the midst of the CB, or in Singapore we call it the circuit breaker, but to other foreign friends who may not heard of this term CB, you probably think it's something vulgar, and I don't blame you, to be honest. Anyway, it's good to see that some of us are already online joining us for the live workshop tonight, or what I like to call the virtual workshop, because virtually you are attending a workshop, right? I mean, you're not with me, because normally I do workshops, it's always out there in the field, and I'm just gonna shift this over here so you can hear me better. It's good to see you guys. Let's see who's on. 50. Hi, nice to see you. You got two referees up down there. I didn't know you can do icons. Yeah, to be honest, I'm still quite new to this Twitch thing. I thought icons and emoticons are only stuck with that smiley face guy. We have, who's this? Noah Yo 93. Nice to see you as well. Genie Wonders, thank you for joining us as well. We have Pan Shamir. Hi, checking in 1 2. All right, good. Nafi is our moderator for this evening. We have Kaito Des as well. Anyway, Kaito Des is one of our special VIPs because, as you can see, he's got that first purple icon thing. I think he's the first one to do a cheer or subscribe or something. I'm not sure what it is, but if you guys can, it'll be great if you could just hit that button here. I think there's a follow button here, so you can hit follow there. That'll be fantastic. Or if you want, you can subscribe to the channel so you can actually have more good stuff, which I'm, to be honest, not sure what it is, but I'll come up with something soon. But I would like to reward subscribers soon, and I know I've been doing a lot of giveaways recently, and this is some of the things that I can do to as a like a thank you message of sorts. But at the same time also, there are a lot of things that are happening in Singapore right now. Today we just received another how to say, I don't know, they call it time extension, I guess. It's like, you play arcade, right? You drive the game and all that, then after that you are running lots of tracks, and then you're finishing, you're like, wow, almost done, and after that you see time extension, you just put another coin inside. It feels just like it. Yeah, Daytona exactly feels like Daytona. Hi, Amirul Norazmi, nice to meet you as well. I assume you're from Malaysia. I know we got a lot of Malaysian friends tonight, and this is really cool because I like to see more Malaysian here tonight. Not because I don't like Singaporeans. I love Singaporeans, I love Malaysians, I love Indonesians, but because Malaysians, you guys have something very awesome happening today. We still have a copy of, where is it? Capture One Pro 20. This copy here is worth 1,300 ringgit, and it will be going to one lucky winner who's joining the contest later on. Oh, Bruneian based in Malaysia. Nice to see you. Wow. Hope you're safe there, because in Malaysia I also know that we have this PKP or something, RMO. I can't recall what it's called, but basically you guys can't go out either, and I think you guys are in day 26 now, or is it 27? 18th of March, right, was your first time. I think it's, yeah, I lost count, sorry. I think maybe it's 30 plus, I'm not sure. Yeah, it goes by many names now. Yeah. I think for Malaysia and Singapore, you guys are we are both trying to compete to see who comes out the most creative terms to call it a lockdown, right? But basically that's what it is. We don't want to call it a spade, but that's how it is. Oh, hi, CMN. Lost count of date in Malaysia. Yeah, don't worry. That's why you need to join me. Then we can all keep track of the number of days. Otherwise, we'll all feel lost. But anyway, Malaysians, just to make you feel better and happier. Yep, this is still up for giveaway. Later I'll do the contest, and then you'll see the link, and then you can do your contest quiz. For those of you who haven't joined the contest yet. Now, another piece of good news. We do have another thing to give away today as well. Another product from one of our sponsors, and it's actually Wacom. Okay, so our sponsor today is actually Wacom, and we have an Intuos Pro Small. Okay, it's small, but it's an Intuos Pro, and it's coming out soon. And then the link, I'll share it later. Now, for me, very simple. Wacom is really one of the best when it comes to input devices. I mean, you can retouch with mouse, but or even a trackpad. Okay, this is for my Mac. But by the time you're done, you want to cut off your hand like Luke Skywalker like that, because it's just so bloody painful, So using like for me, I use. Let me just. This is a problem. So many things in this room and so little space. I need to pay a visit to IKEA soon. But don't worry, I will not join that crazy queue. I'll buy things online. I don't know why people are still queuing up for that. You can buy things online. Okay, so I actually have my old Intuos 5S here. It still works fine. You can see that it's dirty. I mean, for those of you guys who actually watched the previous episode, I did share this with you all. But this is my old. See, can you see like how smashed up it is and scratchy and all that? It has been there for like, I don't know, since 2014, I think. 6 years old, but it still works fine. So these days I'm still using the Intuos S, and I also still use my favorite, the Cintiq Pro 24-inch, and this is awesome. I mean, I can just shift this so you guys can see. Look at that! Good stuff. This is my favorite input device, bar none. I mean, I can do retouching on the fly like that, but it's now also served as my dual secondary screen. So yeah, that's that as well. Let's see who else has joined us. Oh, 5on. Hello. Want. I assume you want the Capture One or you want the Wacom tablet. I don't know. You can take both if you win both. Wesley, nice to see you, buddy. Wesley Wong is one of the AZO ambassadors here, fellow AZO ambassadors, but he's a global ambassador, so he's like a like known globally. Like for me, I'm only in Southeast Asia only, but he is such a cool guy to hang out with. He's from Malaysia as well, and he's very much into Sigma FP, and he does live streaming as well. So if you all want to check out his live streaming stuff, I believe he live streams on his Facebook, so you can go there as well. And yeah, I'm just doing a shout out to another live streamer. I think it's good to share all this, yeah, and everybody can benefit from one another. Let's see who else is online. Akimura Akiba. Hey, hi Boris, nice to see you as well. I guess you're not riding on Foodpanda today. Mirza Raif, sorry, did I get your name right? Mirza Raif, did I get it right? I hope so. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah. So anyway, this is just a shout out to everyone who's just logging in. We do have quite a number of viewers today, and like I said, today is gonna be a little bit interesting. I'm doing a virtual workshop, so for you guys who are wondering what the hell is a virtual workshop, basically normally I do workshops all over Southeast Asia. I travel from place to place, I go to studios, and then I run workshops. But because of COVID-19, I'm stuck at home lah. So I decided to bring back all my equipment. I can't do anything in the studio, so I just, well, to be honest, I don't have a studio. This is my studio. It's a home studio, a small room about 3 meters by 4 meters. And the reason why I'm doing this workshop is because I want to share with people that it is possible to do shoots that look good in your home. Okay, and regardless of whether you use high-end gear or mid-tier gear or low-end gear, it doesn't matter. The idea is to just try. So I have been trying some stuff like shooting this. There we go. I've been shooting this bottle of kicap manis or soya bean sauce, and I've actually started this thing called the Stay at Home Challenge with MEZ on Twitter. It's a hashtag, of course. And if you're interested, you can actually participate. Maybe my moderators can actually share the hashtag. Okay, I have 2 moderators. I believe only one is online at the moment. We have Hanafi. Hanafi is one of my moderators for this channel, so he can actually share some of the things. Yeah, so this is one of the friendly competitions that we're having right now, just to share each other how you can interpret shooting kicap manis. So I'm just going to do a shout out later on some of the works I've seen on Twitter that are really cool. So I'm just going to share later, yeah? So anyway, this is a quick shout out to some of our sponsors, as well as a read out to some of my social media links, so you guys can check it out. So this is actually my Facebook page, so you can actually take it as a landing zone or landing page rather, to see the latest updates to the my next episode of the Amazing Live Show, or just to see my works in general. Okay, so this is my link. Later I'll share it as well. In fact, I'll just ask Jarvis to share it. Okay, so Jarvis is gonna share my Facebook website, everything else. So Twitter. Oh, first thing I see is my Prime Minister. So yeah, you can see that there is an extension period now. It's gonna be up till 1st of June. We're all gonna be stuck at home, and GG lah. Alright. So anyway, this is my Twitter channel. You can check out the link. Jarvis is displaying the link as well, so you can take a look. But I have started this thing called the Stay at Home Challenge with MEZ. So if you look at that, okay, you click on latest, you can see that some people actually have put up some of their works, and it's very interesting. We have people from Malaysia doing it. It is Pan's work. Pan has shot a honey bee sauce. It doesn't matter. Okay, you don't have the same brand. It's okay. It's just like a friendly challenge. You have a bottle of something, shoot it. Somebody was asking, can I shoot a bottle of champagne? Go ahead. You know, knock yourself out. Just don't break the bottle and spill everything all over the place. Your wife, girlfriend, or mother will not be very happy. Okay. Then we also have this guy, Barry Sia. He is a motographer. Basically, he shoots motorcycles in Singapore. He actually incorporated his daily work shoots, and he lives practically in his studio, so he doesn't have I mean, he has a studio, but he practically lives inside. He doesn't have to go back home or anything like that. So basically, during the circuit breaker, he's stuck in the studio lah, living there lah. You know, he's got his sleeping quarters and all that. But he managed to bring his bike in. It's a Ducati, I think. Yeah, it's a Ducati, and then shot this fair price oyster sauce as part of his challenge. So I think that's really cool. If you live in a HDB flat, please do not attempt this. I don't think your bike can go out the lift. Right? For those Malaysians, friends in Malaysia, if you have a, what do you call that, a kampung house or anything like that, and you can go out for a bit into your driveway, yeah, go ahead. I think that's something really that you can do. Okay, then we also have Nicholas from Singapore, who is he shoots animals with a camera. I need to really quickly clarify that he shoots animals with a camera, and then he actually did the stay-at-home challenge with MEZ as well. And he's got this dog and panda, because obviously he can't get the real animals, and he shot it with this I don't know what's inside, and I'm not sure. The liquid is yellow in color. Maybe I should ask him before or anything like that, but I think he did an explanation what it's about. Oh, it's soy sauce. It is soy sauce. So he did a share behind the scenes of how he did it. So if you guys want to check it out, you can take a look at Nicholas' post. Again, you just need to type out the hashtag stay-at-home challenge with MEZ in the Twitter search function. We also have Tata Tools joining in, and Tata Tools is one of my favorite companies when it comes to camera devices or camera accessories. In this case, they actually create cables such as this one here. This is my Tata Tools Pro tethering cable, okay, and it's kind of connected to my PC now, so I'm not going to reach out for it, but this is pretty much the same thing that you can see in the screen right now. So this, when connected to your camera, actually allows you to shoot directly into your computer. In this case, I use Capture One to capture all my images, and it's a lot faster to work with because, you know, you don't have to take out your SD card and download everything. It's a waste of time. And if you're shooting in a studio with clients, shooting tethering is the way to go. Okay, I cannot stress this enough. I don't understand why people still shoot with SD card and then force the clients to look at that small little 3.2-inch screen on the back of your camera. I mean, like, if you're shooting on location, maybe that's understandable because there's no plug-in port or AC port, right? Or some countries have DC port for your power. But if you can, always shoot tethered. It's so much more convenient. You can see your images immediately on a 15-inch screen laptop, for example. You know, and for myself, people like myself, I do commercial shoots. Time is always of the essence, and you always need to make sure the clients are happy with your work. So the moment you shoot, the picture appears on the screen. On the spot, they can give approval rather than squinting into a small camera screen. Oh, come on. Seriously, it's 2020. Get this tethering cable, okay? And don't be a cheapo and get those cheap cables that cost like $5 or anything like that. Those are power cables. They don't transmit data well, and you may lose your work or maybe have slow data transfer. So invest in one. This thing can last a long time. Okay, they've really improved the setting. Oh, hi Musi, nice to see you. They've really improved the quality of this, and I really love it. And now they have USB-C port as well, so there's no excuse on not getting one of these. Okay. Okay, so that's just my computer responding to the plugin. Okay, so this is by Tata Tools. They actually did this. I think they were in Australia. Simon, I believe, was the one who shot this and then submitted it. I think that's really cool. We also have some other shots as well. Okay, this is from Nafi. Nafi shot his own soybean sauce, and he actually got the same model of the same model, same brand of the bottle kicap manis. Okay, so this is probably something that he took from the kitchen. Okay, and then we also have who's this? 4 a.m. Miracles, I believe, who looks like he drank half of it already. And it's okay, no judge. As long as it's a bottle, you can feel free to shoot it. Of course, if you want to have the full version for aesthetic reason, go ahead. But otherwise, this is pretty good as well. Okay, a quick test of bokeh. Speaking of bokeh, we also have one here by Ted Adnan. Is this Ted Adnan's or is this Ted Adnan's? Oh no, I think I got it wrong. I think this is Ted Adnan's. I think. Okay. Or maybe this is I'm an SYD. I'm an Sid. Sorry, I don't know your name, how to pronounce it, but yeah, this is really cool as well. Okay. So I think it's Ted Adnan's. This is Ted Adnan's. I got it labeled wrongly. I'm so sorry about that. I think Twitter switched the JPEGs. But anyway, I recall he actually set up his home studio of sorts, but he only managed to get the backdrop and all that, but he didn't get the light. So he actually used a natural light. Okay, so it is possible to still shoot with natural light at home. The idea is just to make your bottles look interesting. And I'm gonna extend this hashtag stay at home challenge with MEZ with the bottle ketchup manis all the way until next week, 4th of May. I think that was the date before we come up with a new theme. So if you guys want, just do the hashtag, post it on Instagram or Twitter, and I will do a shout out for you guys and make a share it with you guys. Yeah, so that's AIM. Yeah, that Anand was the one with the wooden plank of sorts. Yep, okay. So this is my Twitter channel. You can take a look at this. This is my Art of A-MEZ-ING Academy group. So for those of you guys who are interested in my seminars or talks or workshops, so those of you guys who are in Malaysia who went to my workshop on lighting before with Brown Color Malaysia Sedian Berhad, or attended Shoot KL, I post up the events here so you can take a look. I also share setups from time to time, challenges, updates on my live stream, or even giveaways, so you can see some of the things here as well. This is the Academy group. Okay, shout out to Wacom Southeast Asia or Wacom Singapore. They are the sponsor for today's episode. They do have a promo now, I think. Yep, so it's quite fast, I couldn't read. But they do have a promo now. But the one thing I want to share with you guys today is that we are going to do a giveaway of the Wacom Intuos Pro. So at the end of this workshop, we will revisit this page again, or rather revisit the contest page, and then you can see for yourself what you need to do to win one of these. Okay, so this is pretty cool. So what we have here is actually a full-fledged tablet for retouching, editing, or digital art. Right, so the Wacom Intuos Pro is compact, it's really solid. I love it. I would like to have one, but my Wacom Intuos S is still going on fine, so I'll just stick with that. But really, the reason why I want it because of this guy here, the Wacom Pro Pen 2, which is what I have here as well. It's really solid. This pen is so much better than the old one. This is the older one. Okay, the older generation. I don't think you can see the difference, but the Pro Pen 2 is a lot more elegant looking and it's a lot more balanced, I feel, and it just feels good in your hand. It just does. All right. So this is the Wacom Intuos Pro S, and it's really responsive. I've tried it in the showroom before. It's really fast. It's great for doodling. Okay, when you doodle, please make sure you doodle properly. Don't end up doodling some half-ass heroes. Then after that, get shot down by the public. But that one, to be honest, is another story for another time. But I don't blame the artist. I think that one is someone else's fault. Okay, I think the artist was just bullied into submission. So poor thing. But anyway, yeah, this is not shit lah. I actually left a encouraging comment on the artist's page because I don't think it's his fault. It's really not his fault. The very poor thing, he got thrown under the bus by his client, and I think that's terrible, especially during this time. I think it's quite understandable if everybody is just trying to get jobs and all that, but it just so happens that the brief was maybe of that kind of standard, and I just screw him over, in terms of execution. I mean, that one, never mind. We'll have another chat about that another day. Okay, that one I got a lot to rant about, and if you guys are interested in hearing me rant about this kind of thing, just let me know in the chat box, and I'll do it. If you want me to rant about it, but that one is another story altogether. Yeah. Zianas, I'm using Wacom 1 only, entry level. Wacom 1 is good, man. You guys, you actually have a display screen. Ginny says I should rent on Saturday. Okay, steady. Anyone else agree? Sharing Saturday. This Saturday we'll do a renting session, ranting about the photography industry, ranting about the creative industry. If you guys are interested, we will do that. Okay, but anyway, yeah, someone will be very lucky. And the good news is this giveaway is not just for Singaporeans. It's gonna be for all over Southeast Asia. So if you're in Vietnam, Philippines, Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, it's open to you guys as well. Okay, you have your shot here as well. All right. This is my YouTube channel. You can check it out as well. I do vlogging from time to time. I do reviews, so you can actually see the in this case review of the Azo Color Edge CS2740, which is a 4K 27-inch screen by Azo Color Edge. By Azo. It just got launched this year in March 2020, so you can check it out as well. And if you feel very supportive of this channel, you can actually type I forgot the shortcut. Oh, you can actually donate to this channel. Okay, there's two ways to donate to the channel. You can actually have but you can buy me a coffee, all right, or you can PayPal me directly. Okay, so this is two ways of doing it. And if there are anyone from any brands watching me right now and you want to sponsor this channel, or you want to have like a giveaway, you know, collaborate with me and things like that, just reach out to me by email. All right, this is of course no pressure. So the next 3 tabs is for the giveaway. I'm not gonna share them with you guys yet, but let's get into the workshop proper. Oh, Musi, I changed that link social to @AD. Sorry, I forgot to inform you. Yeah, to my moderators Musi and Nafi, it's changed to AD. Okay, exclamation mark AD. 80. Yeah, so that's my social media channel as well as where to donate and things like that. Okay, so let's begin the workshop, shall we? Let's see who else. Erdinadi asks, Mez, what's newer version of Wacom Intuos 5? Oh, good question, man. Wacom Intuos 5. I think the latest product they released was the Wacom 1. But if you're looking at the Intuos series, there's the Intuos Pro, and these are the latest ones. Yeah, they actually have the paper version. They also have the normal version, but unfortunately, a lot of them are out of stock. It's like everybody decides to buy Wacom tablets at the same time, right? You can check out Lazada as well. They do have an e-store in Lazada, so you can check it out as well. But for those who are into pen computers and pen displays, there's the Cintiq, and there's also the Mobile Studio Pro. Now, James is using the Mobile Studio Pro. This one is like a virtually it runs like a laptop, so you can actually bring an OS inside and all that. Cintiq is connected best to a computer. Wacom 1 can stand on its own, and it needs an AC unit. Now, yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you want, you can check out this page lah. I'll just put this link here. So Eric, you can click on there and you can check it out on your own. Okay. So before we begin, before we begin today's workshop, I just want to let you guys know that this is pretty much the setup. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a quick test right now. This is crap. The wide angle lens drop. Okay, let me just adjust that first, because this was actually connected by gaffer tape, so you guys can see something like, oops, that's not gonna work. It doesn't stick well. Just give me a moment. And stay there. Okay, cool. Alright, so this is actually the overall setup for today's workshop. At the same time also, I will share with you this is so cool, right? So this is actually the setup for the actual base. Alright, so I'm gonna put the bottle here. Okay, so we're gonna have like a multicam setup so you guys can see as and when how it goes. Alright, at the same time also, I'm just gonna try my best to speak as loud as possible so you guys can still hear when I'm facing that way. Yeah, it's an Ulanzi filter for the wide angle. Yeah. Okay, so today's setup, it's gonna be very simple. Again, because some of you guys are probably thinking that, oh Mez, you're using a strobe light, that's not fair. Well, I just make do with what I have. But personally, I use quite a broad range of lighting setups. In this case, I also have with me the Sony flash. Okay, this is where's the HVL f45RM. Okay, because I keep on confusing it with the 60. 60 was the one that I used during the ad. I think some of you guys may have seen it before. But this is the HVL f45RM. It's more of a budget version compared to the 60 flagship. This is actually pretty much a very good flash unit, and it does have an LED panel in front, so you can actually turn it on and stuff like that. But for me, because of my modifiers at home, I actually use the softbox 35x60, and as a result, you know, this softbox over here, okay, can you see? This is the 35x60 by brown color, and it's mated to my Cirrus L400, which powers up 400 joules of light. So if you guys are interested to see the specs and all that, I'll share with you the link. This is actually the light that I use. This is what I got, okay, the 400L outdoor kit. So it comes with two Cirrus Ls, and it comes with a 60x60 softbox and an 85cm silver umbrella, one battery charger, and two batteries. Okay, so this is pretty much an outdoor kit. You can actually bring it out and then do stuff outside as well. I also use the 800L, which is outside right now, so that one I keep aside. Okay, so of course, you know, it does cost a premium. The HVL 45RM on the other hand is only a fraction of the price, and this is good enough for indoor. So if you guys have like other flash at home, like Yongnuo or Godox and things like that, those are good enough. You know, you can use it for practice. But I think the most important aspect of any product photography shoot is basically the availability of modifiers. So in this case, because I'm very invested in brown color lights, I actually invest a lot in brown color modifiers. But if you guys have access to only Godox flash or Yongnuo flash and things like that, try to get one of those. They call it the Godox flash holder. Godox flash holder, I forgot the name. S1 bracket version 2. Okay, so if you have the chance to get one of these, okay, this is the S1 bracket, S2 speedlight bracket, the updated version. This is so much better than S1. So the S1 really sucks, man. It was just clunky and all that. The S2 is so much better, and it's built for a variety of Godox lights. Okay, and it's compatible with your Sony flash as well, compatible with Yongnuo flash. As long as it can fit inside here, it's good enough. Okay, so some of you guys actually asked me before, the S2 speedlight bracket can only be used on those rectangular flash units like this one here. Yes, it can. Okay, you just need to slot in that additional bracket thingy here. Okay, so let me know if I'm going too fast. I'm actually sharing some of the equipment that you can use for your product photography at home. So this is something good as well. You may also want to dig out your light stands. If you have a boom stand, that'll be perfect. You have C stands, even better. C stands are just sturdy, they don't fall easily. This is really built for, yeah, these are my two C stands. Okay, these are actually Manfrotto Avenger C stands. I named them Tony and Steve for a good reason. So this is a C stand. Okay, so a C stand is actually something that can hold up heavy lighting setups, like in this case my Bronco Series L, of course, the 400. Okay, without using sandbags. If you need to put sandbag, it's safer, but in this case, because you're in a home, you don't really need a sandbag. Okay, so that's that as well for lighting. Of course, you need a trigger. Okay, you need the trigger. So in this case, this is my camera for today. I'm using a Sony a7R II with a 2470 GM lens. Okay, and this is my trigger for the brown color light, so I can actually control my light from here. So it's always good to have a control device that is mated to your camera that is actually able to talk to your lights. What I mean by talk to the lights, basically, instead of having optical slaves or anything like that, I don't really like those. I use radio frequency. Now, using radio frequency allows me to actually do setting adjustments on the fly by changing the settings here. Okay, so you can make the changes here, and you can also do this. You know, like from here, I can turn off the modeling lamp. I can turn it on. Okay, so things like that. Yeah, so this is one of the things I like to share with you guys as well. The tethering cable. Okay, this is so good to have. If you have the means to get one, also try to get an L bracket. Okay, this is an L bracket. I'm not sure if you can see. Okay, L bracket. Okay, there's an Arca Swiss base here and here, so I can swap from portrait to landscape on the tripod head easily, so I don't have to muck around with the head as well. So this is actually good for product photography. And of course, you know, if you want, you can actually get a macro lens as well. Now, speaking of macro lens, just a quick shout out to Sigma. This just came in today. Ta-da! Oops, sorry. Ta-da! Okay, my first ever Sigma art lens. See, it's not even unboxed yet. It's still inside the box. Still got the smell. Still got the Sigma smell. What's this? Kaito there says, "Hi, yeah, I scared every time I play the S1 holder. Yeah, it has that stupid cracking sound. It's terrible." Nafi says, "It's so hard to figure out how to rotate at first." Yep, terrible. The one you're using is discontinued. I think you're talking about the S1, right? Yeah, it's totally gone now. I don't know. Yeah, Sigma 70mm f2.8 art macro. This is still haven't unboxed yet. Maybe I'll try it out later for this workshop. Okay, but today's workshop is really to replicate a shot that I did previously. I'm just going to show you how to do it. The C stands can support how heavy? Good question. I don't go around memorizing all this, man. But it's always good to check the specs on the website before you buy it. However, what I can say is that I can only recommend maybe two brands that I trust for C-stand. There's Kupo and there's Avengers. Maybe there's another brand I forgot, but that one not so bad also. C-stand. Let me just check. C-stand. Matthews, yeah, sorry, almost forgot. I remember it started with M. Matthews C-stand is really good as well, but yeah, I always stick to Avenger because it sounds cooler lah, like it's a superhero like that. Yeah, okay. L bracket. Oh yeah, the L bracket I use is oh, you're right. Thanks. Good for noticing. Okay, this L bracket is special. Okay, this is actually by Pro Media Gear. Now, why is it special? Is because it actually goes around the battery grip on the A7R2, and this one is quite hard to find. I think it's discontinued already. So if you can find this out there somewhere, get it, because if you're using A7R2 like me, this is really good. Okay. Payload is 10 kg. Thank you, Wesley. See, Wesley is the guy with the technical details, not me. Between you and me, okay, Wes, I need to say this. You're the technical guy. You're the technical guru. I'm like the rogue guy who just does anything as long as it works. Please don't tell people like that. I'm just kidding. Eng says the heaviest you mount on the C-stand with the brown color and what modifier? Okay, this is actually the 35x60 softbox modifier, but I have actually connected it to the 120x180 softbox. But when that happens, I actually switch out from my Cirrus L to my Mobilet on the Move 1200L. So it's a lot lighter. Okay, so I have seen C-stands, even Avenger ones, the boom pole, the boom pole actually banding because it's just too much. Yeah, and because no matter how many sandbags you put, the thing will still topple. So always make sure that the payload does not exceed 10 kg. I think that's the most important lah. All right. And looking for a C-stand for my brown color and 150 octobox. Yeah, Avengers, good enough, man. I put brown color Cirrus L with 150 octobox. I carry outdoors. Ask Emily, she did before. And then after we all run away because of cockroach. We were shooting in an alley and I had 150 octobox on a Cirrus L 800, and it was in the alley. And then when we set it up and all that, everything was great until we saw a cockroach and then we all ran away from it. Those were good memories. But anyway, yeah. So this is actually the setup for today. Let's move on forward. Here you can see that I actually set up Apple box. Okay, this is an Apple box. You can actually put this and this guy inside the Apple box. So this Apple box can open up and you can store it inside. So this Apple box, you can actually buy it from here. Okay. Emily was kanchong, so your okay. Apple box, I actually got very lucky. You can't use caps. I think my moderator bought quite garang. Cannot use caps. Let me try to change that. Bot moderate tools. Word protection. Okay, I'm just gonna bring down the. There we go. Okay, now it should be okay. You can caps all you want. Jarvis is just a little bit hardcore. See, scolded Emily already. But anyway, don't worry, I turned it off already, so Jarvis can relax. Okay, just chill. Which model Avenger C-stand am I using? The slider one. Zig is a moderator. So Emily, you're not cool yet. You're not there yet. Okay, so this is the Kupo 4-in-1 nesting Apple box. You can buy it from your local stores, but I just can't remember, or in your case, because some of you guys are in Malaysia, some of you guys are in Singapore, I don't know where you can get this. For me, I got my box from Carousel because someone was selling and I was just lucky. And it can cost quite a fair bit, but try to get one secondhand because normally they are quite good enough. Just check to make sure they are not broken and not flimsy or inside got rotting wood and things like that lah. Okay. For C-stand, you can buy online as well, or you can check with your local reseller. There are two types of C-stands. There's the turtle legs and there's also a slider leg. So slider leg, you cannot dismantle the legs. Turtle legs, you can take off the legs and keep it. So it's a lot more compact, so to speak. Okay, so that one's for C-stand. But I'm not going to share C-stand here because some of you guys may not want to get into C-stands. A light stand is more than enough. But like I said before in previous workshops or previous talks and seminars, if you are using high-end lighting like Profoto or Broncolor or even adding Chrome or Bowens, you know, all these high-end, or even your Godox 8600, all that lah, you spend quite a fair bit on these lights. Please invest in a good light stand that lasts. Don't put $1,000 strobe on a $20 light stand from China. It'll break and then your lights gone. Okay, so be very careful. So yeah, Wesley said it best. C stands are only good to use in studio or at home studio. Very hard to pack and put in a car. That's why when I go from location to location, I actually bring my C stands, or rather, I rent out a van for my rig, so it's a lot easier. Okay, so yeah, that's something to consider as well. At the same time, let's look at some of the other gear here. Okay, a tripod is a must. This tripod here is meant for heavy duty cameras, but it's good enough for this exercise. I don't want to close the lid because I'm lazy. But this is the Gizzo tripod. Okay, you can use Manfrotto tripod, you can use Siri tripod, Benro. Okay, as long as you have a sturdy tripod, it's good enough. If you have a Cube by Arca, I think that's the best, but any head will do as well, as long as it's sturdy. Okay, the most important thing is that your tripod cannot have a shaky head, because for product photography you need to recompose your shot and make sure it's still. And especially if you're using your setup for multiple shoots, right, like flat lays or anything like that, you want to make sure that your tripod does not droop or does not bend over time. And then after that, when you compose your shot, then after that you have multiple shots or multiple schools to shoot. You end up, having to adjust every single time your composition, and that's gonna waste a lot of time. So make sure that it's a sturdy tripod and it's a good tripod. I cannot emphasize the importance, or rather the importance of a good tripod that lasts forever. Now I know a lot of people are going like, dude, that's a $1,000 tripod, why waste so much money? You can buy a $30 tripod. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, $30 tripod. When your camera that costs thousands of dollars drop and then everything breaks, gg.com. Okay, so make sure you invest in a good tripod. It really pays for itself. Yeah, so this Gizzo tripod fell down quite a fair bit before. I'm not really a very careful person, but it's still okay. All right. Yeah, get a good tripod that actually promises you about 10 years of warranty. That's really good. Lifetime is better. Some people swear by Peak Design, some people swear by Manfrotto. All these are good brands, but the most important thing is that check the payload, because you gotta make sure that your lens can be supported by the tripod's design. Make sure that you have the right amount of legs separation points. I don't know what it's called, but basically how many times it can extend and how high it can go. It has to be of a certain height that you're comfortable with for your own personal usage. Okay, so take that keep that in mind. Okay. Next is screams. Okay, so screams. Okay, in case you're wondering what this is, okay, this is actually this thing here. Okay, so a scream. I got one more here behind, but it's stuck, so I cannot take it out. But let me see if I can take it out. Nope, I can't. All the cables are on it. Okay, so scream is something that can actually further diffuse your light. Okay, so I know that a lot of people always say that a softbox is good enough already because there's a diffusion, and in this case I have grid and all that. If you look at a scream, it's actually a piece of like white cloth or something like that. So it does have a frame around it. You can clamp it down to your C-stand, and this actually causes your light to be diffused even further. So when you look at shots like this, okay, let me just call up my Capture One copy. Okay, when you look at this is possible only because there's a diffusion within the softbox and an inner diffusion cloth within the softbox as well. So you actually have 2 layers of diffusion cloth inside the softbox. And to prevent the light from spilling all over the place into the backdrop and all that, I actually have a grid. Okay, so the grid actually prevents the light from spilling. But having said that, I will have the problem of the grid reflecting off the reflective surface. So in order to circumvent that, I actually have the screen, and now you can see that it's a flat and soft light that goes around here. So this is what a screen is good for, and it is something that you may want to invest in. It's really cheap, it's not that expensive, and it can last a long time. Now, of course, screens come in various sizes. I actually got it from Studio Outfitters in Singapore. This is the one I bought. Foldable, so you can actually travel around with it. You can actually keep it around as well. Again, this is not a sponsor. I'm just telling you where to get it only because I bought it from them as well. Try to get one that is you know, 75 by 90 is good enough. This price is really good. Okay, 75 Sing dollars, it's quite okay. There's also this one. I bought one of these as well. This one cannot fold. Okay, but this one is more like, you know, if you have a studio or you have a home studio, you want to keep it, you don't mind. This one cannot fold, so you have to leave it there. All right. These two are the ones I use. Okay, 75 by 90 is more than enough. It's good for portrait as well. It's good for product photography. These ones are really huge. So you have a studio, then this is good for you. But my house, if I open this up, my wife will probably kick me out of the house. Then you can't do anything already. Can't do your live stream. Then you have no one to watch anymore. Then it's back to watching stupid shows on Channel 5. So yeah, screens are really good. Just make sure that you keep your screen properly because they can get very dirty easily. They are white cloth. I haven't found the need to wash them yet, but keep them clean. Make sure you don't spill anything on them, especially soya sauce or soybean sauce. Okay, so take note of that. All right. Now, what else do you need to shoot? Let me close. Okay, so this is Tactile Tools cable. Okay. In this case, this is a USB-C to 2.0 micro B. This is the one that I use for my Sony a7R II. But one thing I like about this website is that if you're unsure which camera, which cable you should get, okay, you can actually follow your what do you call that, brand. Okay, like for example, if I have a Phase 1 camera and I'm using the IQ400 MP Trichromatic, then it will actually tell you, based on all these descriptions, which one to get. So it's easier to see which one to get. Of course, the only thing I can afford in this picture is the picture lah, and the cable. I can't afford the camera. Okay, but this is just a dream, yeah. But anyway, this website is good for you guys to check out as well. Let me just put a link here as well in the chat box. Sorry about that. So you actually have a very good tethering solution. Okay, so this is pretty good. Okay, now next, let me introduce this to you guys. I bought this on Lazada. Basically, reflectors are part and parcel of photography, okay, because they actually help you with reflecting light. Okay, so I got a hiccup. Oh man, just give me a moment. Let me just drink a little bit of water. So if you have any questions, you can just type them in the chat box. Talk non-stop, then like that. Okay. Not easy being a live streamer, eh? So anyway, when you do product shoots, right? There's a few things you can use for reflector. Of course, you have a huge reflector. Like this. This is a huge reflector, okay? But it may not be suitable because of the fact that it's too massive, it's too big, and you can actually use have more spills than you necessary. So this one you can keep aside, but it's pretty good. It's just that there's alternatives as well. So in this case, I would like to introduce you to my happy little friend here. Okay, so this is a foldable reflector. Okay, so it does have a black cover here that can absorb light. Okay. Tomo Hitogo says, Mezami, you didn't change language. Now must speak in Malay. No, I'm not the Prime Minister lah. The guy, he got a special power. Okay, drink water, then after that can change language. No, I can't do that. Because so this is a black part. Okay, the black part is useful because it actually absorbs light. Now you all know that black color actually is the antithesis of any point of reflector. Absorbs light, so everything would be darker lah. Okay. Then this side here is a silver reflector. Okay, and inside here is a white base reflector, and it's very compact. This one is A4 size. There's also A3 size and all that. It does quite it does cost quite a bit. I mean the A4 and A3 size, or you can make your own if you want. But this is where I got it from. Okay, this is the Lazada website for them. Okay, I can just put the link here as well, so you can buy on your own. Okay, I'm just gonna put the chat box here. Okay. So this is a Celens reflector portable thick folding board, reflective for photo shooting, photography, black and silver and white. It's such a long name, but basically it's small foldable reflector. Okay, it's very useful. I use it for food photography, toy photography, product photography, and to a certain extent portrait. Okay, it's a small foldable thing that you can bring around anywhere, and it's perfect for home use. Okay, it's very, very good. Okay, at the same time also, if you want a black backdrop, okay, this is a 2 meter by 1.5 meter black and white backdrop, reversible. Okay, but it's really tough to keep. Now I'm not using this one here. Okay, you can see on the right, on the furthest right of this camera screen, you can see that there's actually a reflector on 2 light stands. That one is actually a normal reflector which has a reversible inside that can switch to black color. So I use that as a black backdrop. So if you look here, you can see, can you see the black backdrop? Yeah, that's pretty much it lah. Okay, so it's a very simple setup. All right. The big one here is useful for, let's say, if you want to do portraits or you want to do like a half body shots. Yeah, this one is perfect. Or if you want, you can just get a black cloth lah. Also can. Okay, so this is another alternative. So I'm just gonna put the link here as well. Okay. Sorry, Lazada is not my sponsor, so I got no discount code or anything like that. Okay, then the other thing is, some of you guys may actually have seen my bottle, soya sauce bottle, soybean sauce bottle shot, and this is actually where I got my sort of like a rock plate or something like that. It's actually a steak plate. I'm just gonna show it to you now. Okay, so this thing here, you can see, got a nice texture. It's rock solid. It's heavy. It's sharp at the edges, so be very careful. Okay, but this is really good. Eee, why dusty? it does have a bit of dust on it because I kept it in storage for quite a while. But yeah, you can actually use this for toy photography as well, because you can turn it into a wall, and there's actually a nice texture. So if you put your light, okay, like this, it's very flat. You turn it like this, you can actually see all the textures, and this is something you can actually try for your toy photography as well. Okay, so this is pretty cool. So I'm just gonna put this on top here. So this is where we're gonna put the bottle of soy sauce later. Okay, I'm just put it right here. Okay, right on top here. Okay, so let's see. Chester 94. I see the wooden boxes back from my studio days. Hi, Mess. Hi. Chester 84. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. Any questions so far? Nope. Okay, good. Okay, so you can also use this for presenting your sushi lah. So there are circle ones, there are rectangle and square ones, so you can just choose your own. Okay, so Lazada's got a lot of very interesting things. So if you need to use certain stuff and you don't have them, you can just buy them. And I believe Lazada still does delivery in Singapore. I'm not sure about Malaysia or other countries, but yeah. Okay, so before we continue, so this is a shout out to the PPAS, the Professional Photographers Association of Singapore. Again, this is the go-to for a lot of information on the business of photography or commercial photography in Singapore. So if you guys actually have got any concerns about how to set up your businesses and things like that, you can just go to the news section and have a good read on some of the articles that are placed there as well. And for those of you who are professional photographers or aspiring professional photographers in Singapore, now got a lot of time because you can't travel out of home, you can actually go here and check out the business calculator, so you actually have the ability to see how much you need to spend and earn to make sure your business stays alive, and spending of course on the necessary, not on any toys or things that you shouldn't buy. Okay, so for our friends from other countries, you can actually check out this website as well, because the articles are actually very useful. Personally, I feel that if you are unsure of how to set up a studio or how to charge clients or how to if you're concerned about things like loading fees and all that, you can find all the important articles here. So things like have you been charging loading fees? Now for commercial photographers, this is actually very important, so you can have a look at that as well. Now in the next few episodes, we'll also have some special guests on the channel as well. So we're gonna have a panel towards the end, but we do have some exciting episodes lined up for you guys, where we actually bring in other professional photographers to share their thoughts on the business of photography and find out a little bit more about what they do outside in terms of work as well as their own personal lifestyle, and just a figure of speech, just trying to figure out where they came from and what inspires them to do what they do and things like that. So I guess if you guys are interested, you can always tune in. Okay, so anyway, back to the workshop. Now I'm just gonna do the setup. Okay, as I set this up, I'm just gonna explain along the way, and because I'm going to turn around, you may not be able to hear me. So if you can't hear me, just let me know in the chat box and I'll try to speak up or something like that. Okay. So first things first, I gotta make sure that my camera is mounted on the tripod, and in this case I need to move my chair away because I can't stand there anymore. Okay, so now bear with me, this is a very small place, small area. Okay, so I'm gonna have my camera set up over here. I'm just gonna be very careful, and if you are working from home and this is your similar setup as well, you know, just keep in mind to be very careful because you might get injured. And trust me, as someone who is always prone to injuries, and yeah, I always hit stuff. So first things first, let me boot up Capture One. Okay, I use Capture One software for my tethering, and it is the best software out there for shooting products or anything in particular. Okay, so this is actually a previous setup that I've done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a new session for today, so you guys can see the beginning. Okay, so first of all, I need to create a session. Okay, so today's date is the 21st. Kicap Manis Workshop. Now, kicap manis means sweet soya bean sauce. Okay, for those of you who are wondering. Now I'm just gonna click OK. So now it creates a new session. Okay, with totally zero data, nothing is on. Now why I use Capture One? Okay, the moment I turn on, as long as my cable is connected, I will actually have the camera connected to my setup. So if I click on the live view function, I can see exactly how, or rather what my camera sees. Okay, and of course sometimes it looks a bit overblown because we do have the light coming from here. I'm just going to turn it off. Hey Google, turn off the printer workstation LED.
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help.
Oh, Google, you're so stupid right now, huh? Hey Google, turn off the printer workstation. There we go. Okay, so another thing is, if you're working from home studio, something like this, it's always good to have a voice activated light up setup, lighting, you know, ambient lighting. So like, let's say for example, if you need to turn all your lights off, okay, you go something like this. Hey Google, initiate. No, correct.
Sorry,
incorrect.
I didn't understand.
Yep, sorry, that was my bad. That's on me. Hey Google, turn off all the lights. Okay, so I can turn off all the lights. Okay, of course I still have other lights that are on for safety. Okay, then if you need to, you just turn on the lights again. Hey Google, turn on the lights. Yeah, so you don't have to reach out for your switches and things like that, and it's easier to work in this kind of situation, especially when you have so many things, all your barang in front. It's a lot easier to control the lights with just your voice. Okay, so Google Home is really helpful in that sense. Okay, hey Google, turn off the printer workstation. Hey Google, turn off the printer workstation. I wish I can just say Jarvis instead of Google. Okay, no, I'm not gonna activate my lockdown protocol. I don't want the whole place to look red color. Okay, so next thing is I turn on my molding lamp. Okay, on my Ceros. Okay, so in this case, I'm just gonna turn off the live view because I'm not really a big fan of live view. Okay, live view is good if you're doing flat lays. For me, because I like to look at the screen from behind my camera. Okay, so in this case, the setup is very simple. It's just one light setup. Okay, one light setup, and then basically one Ceros on a C-stand with a screen, and the product goes below. Now, I always put the product last because I want to make sure that everything's okay before anything else. And in this case, because the bottle is made of glass, I don't want the glass bottle to fall and then, you know, become a catastrophe in the end. Okay, so next thing, I gotta make sure that I have this button here, which looks like the X-Men logo, turn on. Okay, so basically now it's in composition mode. All right, which means if I were to shoot in Capture One, I will not have to worry about hard disk space. This is just for me to test. The images will appear on screen, but they will not be saved to the hard drive. All right. Okay, I think we're more or less good to go. Oops, just shifted the studio. Okay, so now I'm gonna shift to Logitech screen, and I'm gonna put this bottle here. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put it right here in front, adjust a little bit. Okay, good. All right. Okay, now I just adjust my camera and I do a test shot. Now, one of the things I like to do before I do a test shot is basically turn off all my strobe lights and just kill off. I just shoot something and make sure that the ambient lighting is killed off. Okay, so what I mean by this is basically, let me just shoot without any of the strobe. Okay. Did I? Oops. That's half-time mode. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is basically I'm just going to pre-focus and fire. Okay. Now the shot will go into capture 1, but there is virtually nothing on screen. It's all black. That means there's no ambient lighting captured inside the camera. Okay, so that's pretty good. That's exactly what I want. I don't want my additional lights from everywhere else to appear, and I will know confirm for sure that the backdrop is going to appear all black. All right, so now one light above. Okay, the reason why I like modding lamp is because I can actually see roughly where the light will be. Okay, so in this case, if I were to turn on live view again, okay, you can see that the light is going to appear just nice. Now I'm going to take away the screen first. Okay, let's see how to do this safely. Yeah, I'm just going to shift this away. Okay, wait, safety first. Let's put the bottle on the floor. I don't want everything to crash, and then after that I have to clean up the spill. So I'm just going to turn off the Cirrus first, okay, for safety also. And I'm going to remove this, and let's see what happens if I actually have the screen taken away. Okay, so screen be gone. There we go. So chapalang. Okay, so now I only have the softbox and the grid. Okay, so we're gonna do this one by one. Okay, so I'm gonna put the bottle of the kicap manis again. Okay, you can see on the live view. And okay, let's see. Someone asked a question. Do you ever have the need to manual focus? Yes, sometimes. It depends on the situation. Manual focus, especially with peak focusing, it's a lot easier to shoot sometimes. Okay. Okay, so I shot this. Again, because the strobe lights are not on, nothing goes in. So now let's introduce the light. Okay. Now bear in mind, I only have the softbox and hold on. I think my A6500 went to sleep. One second. Main webcam is now asleep. Look at that, I'm frozen. 1 second, guys. Let me fix this first. Like I said, there's always this guy called Murphy. Cam link, wake up. There we go. Ta-da, now you can see me dance. Okay, so now we actually have the softbox, and I put it at quite a distance above the bottle. So I'm gonna take another shot. Oops, forgot to turn on the trigger. Noob mistake. But you can see the effect of the modding lamp. So you can see a bit of the light because the modding lamp is now on. So you can see a bit of the light, but it's still not enough. Okay, so now with the trigger on, it's gonna fire off the actual strobe. Let's see what happens. Okay, so now we shot it, and that's what we have. Okay, now it's a bit crappy, so I need to adjust the composition a little bit, and I actually pulled the webcam accidentally, so my bad. Okay, okay, that wasn't a good focus. Okay, let's take another shot. So now I'm just adjusting the positioning of the camera. Okay, now you see as we shoot more and more, the browser only registers only one image because it's still in composition mode. You won't be able to see the rest of the image. Okay, so I'm just gonna fire again. I'm gonna tighten a little bit more, and I think let me adjust the height as well. Okay, good. Refocus and fire. Okay, so now we actually have a little bit of a problem. Now remember what I said about the grid earlier. Now you can see that there's a lot of weird squarish lines over here. Okay, now this is something that we do not want to have. Not nice. It's just ugly. Okay, so now what we need to do is maybe just adjust the light a little bit. Okay, just move back a bit and try again. Okay, because I want the light to be really at the edge of the bottle. Okay, so you can see there's a bit of movement there. So I'm just gonna move the light even more. Okay, so I just turn around. This is why I love C-stands. It's just so useful. You can just turn and shift. Okay, so now it's roughly slightly behind. Okay, the light. Sorry, the bottle. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring this up so you can see the lighting setup. Okay, so that's pretty much how it looks like right now. It is way behind the bottle. Okay, and now I'm gonna shoot again. We're getting somewhere, guys. We're getting somewhere. Okay, so now it's behind. Okay, I kind of like this. But because the grid is really ugly, so let's not worry about that now. Let's move this bottle away first, and let's bring the screen. Where's my screen? It's over here. Okay, so let's see how much of a difference the screen makes. Okay, now because the screen is quite heavy, I'm relying on this metal table over here, like from IKEA, to support the screen. Okay, so I'm just gonna open up the C-stand, slot this in, clamp it down. Okay, now let's reintroduce the bottle of ketchup udang, as some of you guys commonly call it. Now, of course, this is just this workshop is just an introduction to setup. In reality, if you're doing product photography and you're handling glass bottles, it's always good to have cloth and gloves on hand so that you don't leave fingerprints all over it. In fact, yesterday I actually used a fiber glove. I want to say glove. A microfiber glove and microfiber cloth to wipe down the bottle so that there's no unnecessary fingerprints all over the bottle. Okay, because bottles, shiny glass surfaces especially, they are very prone to getting fingerprints, so we don't want that. Okay, so we need to make sure that it's all clean. Okay, so now with the screen, let's see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna shoot again. Okay, now let's see whether we can get those sexy curves in. And voila, look at that. Can you see the difference? Guys, check it out. Okay, man, I should have kept the previous one. You know what? I'm gonna keep this and I'm gonna take another shot without the screen. Okay, so please don't fall, please don't fall. I'm just gonna shift this out of the way temporarily. Okay, same position for the light, just that now without the screen. Okay, so I can show you a comparison shot. Okay, accidentally hit the tripod, but never mind, it's okay. The idea is there. So I'm just gonna put this side by side. Okay, see the difference, guys? See, one with the grid, one without the grid. Okay, now the camera setting you can actually see on the top left hand over here. It actually says it's 1/200 of a second, ISO 100, aperture f8. Now, okay, Anas, for this kind of workshops, right? Okay, I'm just gonna share a tip with you lah. Okay, and I'll be very frank. Don't ask for camera setting. Camera settings always don't matter because your camera equipment is different, your lens is different, your lighting is different. But what you can do, okay, to learn better when it comes to camera setting is understand the fundamentals of how your ISO, shutter, and aperture settings matter and relate to one another. That way you can actually have a better understanding of how to set up your camera settings. Now, for example, why I'm saying this, for example, some cameras, the ISO base setting is 200. Some cameras like mine is 100. Some camera base ISO is 200 because it's just the way the sensors are built. Okay, then at the same time also the lenses play a very different role when it comes to aperture settings as well. So just keep that in mind. But what I can share with you is that try to meet the sync speed of your camera and do not exceed it so that you will not have those weird out of sync flash strobes firing. In my case, I think if I were to go at beyond 250th, okay, then I have problems. But at 250th, it should still be okay. See, for example, this shot here, yep, 150th. In fact, Sony cameras are very smart. They prevent me from going beyond the sync speed. So if you exceed your sync speed, right, you actually have shutter bending, and then your shots, you know, half of them will be black color. So just keep that in mind. Know your camera well, and then settings should be second nature to you soon. Okay, but in any case, this is something you can keep in mind lah. All right. Okay, so this is not what we want because the grid is just ugly. All right. So we introduce the screen. All right. Bring back the screen. Okay. Now, for those of you who shoot portraits, screens are also quite lovely for portraits because all your models will be very thankful. The acne, the pimple, all this will not be so apparent. Okay, but it may create too much diffusion and you will lose a stop of light or quite a fair bit, maybe 2 stops of light. Someone says drink water. Yes, thank you. Good reminder to drink water. Okay, so I'm just gonna drink water again. Okay, what's this? Nafi asks, will the reflector got the light semi-opaque thing work like a screen? Huh? Yeah, you can. You can do that. But the problem is, okay, if you notice the design, okay, the design of the screen, it's rectangular. Okay, now that actually plays a part in the kind of reflection you're gonna give here as well, because the bottle is gonna show exactly the kind of reflection, okay, that you're gonna have in your shot. Okay, so in this case, you will actually see that there is a nice smooth lining. Now, having said that, we have a little bit of a problem now. Okay, we have this guy. It's just too bright, right? Okay, and it's quite ugly. And at the same time, you can see that the background, you can see a bit of the backdrop. Now, some light is actually obviously spilling onto the backdrop, and that's something that we do not want. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the light a little bit inwards, so it will not hit the backdrop. Okay, so what I did is just a minor adjustment to turn the light inward towards the camera and still facing away from the backdrop. Okay, just a quick adjustment. Now if you look at the setup, okay, you can see that the light is actually going this way. Can you see? Oh, this is the most weirdest way to do it. Let's see. AJ Dono, hey man, thanks for the bits. Now, bits are actually one of the ways you can actually donate to the channel. So if you can see there's a button, a triangular button, I think you can click on it, and then that's actually how you can actually show support for the channel. Thank you so much. Alright, so now with the light facing inwards, let's do another shot. Okay. Let's see how it looks like now. There you go. Alright guys. Where did my stylus go? It's over here. Can you see the difference? Okay, so this was before the light was turned inwards, and this is after the light is turned inwards. Now if you notice, the light can see more of the brand here as well. Can you see the difference? Just a slight adjustment and I killed off the backdrop totally. I totally removed the backdrop. So this is one of the ways you can just do. Just turn your light inwards towards the camera, but make sure it doesn't spill into your camera lens, otherwise you can get lens flare. That's why I always have a lens hood on also lah. Alright. At the same time also, you gotta make sure that your positioning is correct and locked, and make sure it's horizontal and perpendicular to, or rather parallel to the bottle. Otherwise you can see that this part here may not be good. Okay, so next I want to get rid of this brown apple box thing. Okay, I'm just gonna absorb a little bit of the light. So I'm gonna do, okay, is that I mean in the final shot it wouldn't be there lah. Okay, I'm just gonna put a reflector here, and I'm going to show you why I'm doing this. Okay, so now Kaito Des asks, when do I put manual mode? Okay, this one I'm going to put on manual mode already, because I know I'm not going to move the camera anymore, and this is a shot I want. Everything should be sharp. Just take a shot like that. So what am I doing here is basically getting a little bit of details back here. Can you see? So this is before, this is after. So now I have a bit of the neck inside the shot. And of course you can just adjust so that you can see more details here. Up to you guys how you want to play around. Okay, but here I'm just using the white silver reflector. I think white doesn't really matter, but I think white will be a lot softer. So let's try that. Okay. So this time round is the white reflector. I'm gonna take another shot. Okay, let's see which one is better. Personally, I prefer the silver one. What do you guys think? Silver one looks a little bit more sexier. Okay, so let's go with silver. I don't want white color. White color a bit ugly. So let's go with silver. And the back part here, okay, the back part here, it's all black. I've lost a lot of details, and I want to bring those details back. Not nice lah, you know, if it's all black. So I'm gonna bring back another silver reflector, and this time I'm gonna keep it open. Wow, this is not good. Let's just adjust this a little bit. Okay, that's not gonna stay. Okay, never mind. Always good to have an assistant, but today got no assistant. It's just, how did I do it the other day? Let me just try, stay. Okay, good. There we go. Okay, let's take a shot. Let's see what happens now. There you go. Now we actually have something. Look at that, all in one shot, guys. All in one shot. You actually have the bottom of the bottleneck, and you have the base of the bottle all light up, and you can see all the details. Okay, so in just one shot, I have pretty much everything that I need here. Now, of course, you can make it better, more refined, all that, and just, you know, spend more time. But this is a workshop just to give you a basic idea of how it looks like. I just realized that you guys only see my crotch, so I'm gonna sit down so you can see me again. But this is actually a basic idea of how you can just light up your botol kicap manis with just one light. Okay. Now at the same time also, because I want to see more the details of the logo, so I'm going to introduce one more reflector. I actually have a shit ton of reflectors. Emily, yeah, silver is better, right? Yeah, it's so much better. Okay, so one more silver reflector cut. Okay. The simple rule when it comes to lighting or even reflectors, just invest in 3, because you want front, one key, one fill, and one backlight. It's just a perfect combination. Okay, by 3 they come. That's Diablo reference. If you don't, no, never mind. It's okay. So anyway, I'm just gonna put this reflector right in front over here, and reflect it for the bottle. Okay, can you see? I'm reflecting off the bottle. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a shot now. Let's see what happens. Okay, hopefully my hand is not in the shot. Not really a big fan. Kind of weird placement. So let's try that again. Okay. Now remember, the size, the shape of the reflector plays a huge role. So now we have a problem. This card is not helping. So what do we do? Okay, now remember the big reflector I said just now? Time to bring out the big guy. So I'm going to open up this reflector. It's always good to go above your head and do this. Okay, so I'm just going to slot this in between the setup carefully. Okay, just slot in as best as I can. Let's try again. There, smoother. Okay, so roughly I can see a bit of the logo. It's a bit better. Okay, so this is actually the setup now. You actually can see the reflector is right over here in front of, under the camera, under the lens. And for those of you who are wondering how it looks like right now, okay, we actually this is actually how the setup. Oh my gosh, the Ulanzi is totally out of place. You know what? I'm going to remove the Ulanzi so you can see better. If only Razer Kios have got wider angle lenses. Okay, just be very careful. Okay, now you can see better. It's not white, but I guess this will have to do. So anyway, so this is the setup. Okay, you have actually a reflector here, and you have the other reflector cut over here, and you have another reflector cut over here for the neck. So the neck, base, and the brand logo is kind of showing now, and this is pretty much it. Okay, so of course you do have to go into Photoshop to clean this up. But before we go in Photoshop, okay. Let's look at what we can do in Capture One. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, safety first. Okay, of course, this is, if I have more time, I'll do it, but because we're running short on time, this is just a quick show anyway. Okay, so you guys can see this is the shot. Other way. Okay, I'm going to move this away so I can start editing a bit. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the camera, turn off the light. Okay. Let's do some quick editing. Okay, good. Whew. Not white, but clear enough. Yeah, okay. As long as you can see, can already. Okay. So you're gonna shift things around. Alright, so now let's look at the screen. Okay. We have a reflector here that we do not want. And we also have another reflector here that you do not want as well. But firstly, I want to get rid of this as well. So, and this is so ugly. So let's crop what we can crop and keep what we can keep. Okay. Just do a gradient mask over here. Okay. So one thing I like about Capture One is that you actually have got layers. So let's say if you are creating layers here. Okay, I'm going to name this. No, I don't need this. Gradient. Low. Okay, so I'm going to bring down the exposure. Alright, now I can adjust this as well. There we go. And bring down the exposure even more. And now, the cupo's gone. Okay, can go even more, I think. Good. Right. Next, I'm going to create another layer. And this time I'm going to put gradient right. And I'm going to bring this baby down a little bit more. Now I want a bit of the base, so I'm just going to minus off. Press M to see the masking. Okay. Press E to remove masking. So I'm just going to brush this away. Click rasterize. Brush this away. Okay. Then there's this part here. Okay, now this part here is a bit tricky. So I'm just going to do is I'm going to create another layer. Gradient left. Now if you have any questions, you can just feel free to ask me. Okay, I'm happy to address any questions while I'm doing a little bit of editing. Okay. Bring down exposure. And look at that. We are almost done. Okay. Never used Capture One before, never know that it seems more interactive and easy. Yes, it's so good and easy, you know, it's easy to see a lot of things, alright? And you can see, you know, it's really clear, right? Oh, now I know the expiry date. So all these things, right, these small things, right, if you take the time in Capture One, you should clean up, okay? You can actually clean up even further. But otherwise, you can always stick to Photoshop to do your retouching. You can actually still post this in Photoshop, okay? So this is what I'm going to do now. Okay. So let's say if I want to compare, okay, or rather maybe let's create a new variant, sorry. Just gonna put it here. Let me just shift this over. Okay, so before, it's over here. I'm gonna I can turn the layers off, okay. So this is before and this is after, so we can compare side by side. Okay, just a quick change, a quick edit, just to see how it can go. All right, can share why I use gradient instead of just blacking out the unwanted layers. Okay, I can show you why. Very easy. I'm lazy. The gradient is so much faster because let's say for example if I were to paint, okay, let's say if let's look at this, and if I were to paint, instead of having all these gradients, instead of all this gradient, and I click on maybe exposure, I just type down exposure down, okay. The reason why I name it in this kind of convention is just to give him a quick idea of how it's supposed to be, or rather what it represents. So now let's just paint. So as I paint, I press M, I'm just painting accordingly. Okay, I think let's just increase opacity to 100%. Okay, I'm just gonna paint. Okay, then I press M again, and now I bring down exposure. Yeah, you can do that as well. But one thing I like about the gradient mask is that because there's this thing called parametric. Okay, so parametric in gradient masking is a good thing. Let's say for example you do your gradient masking already. Okay, in this case let's say gradient low. Okay, once I finish that, right, I can still make adjustments to the gradient. I mean the gradient masking. So I can extend it, I can turn it, I can flip it around. So this is why I use gradient masking. It's a lot easier if you have a massive project that requires a lot of masking. Being a parametric, you can adjust here and there even after committing to your masking, and that saves a lot of time. So this is actually a good practice to have, lah. Alright, but good question. Some people don't like it. I personally do. I prefer it. Okay, then after that, what I can do also is I click on new field layer, so the whole thing is masked out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna increase clarity a little bit, increase structure a little bit as well, just to get back a little bit of sharpness. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, but everything looks pretty smooth. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna right click and click on edit with Photoshop. So now it's Photoshop PSD 16-bit file. Okay, I'm just gonna edit a variant, and then now I'm just gonna see this same image as a PSD file in Photoshop. Now what I'm trying to demonstrate here is that basically for Photoshop and Capture One, they're both intercompatible. So Capture One does read PSD files or TIFF files, and Photoshop is able to read whatever Capture One throws at it, because it's a PSD file. Alright. So now, usually what I do is I look for things like this. Okay, all this torn sticker, whatever, and I just retouch them off. Okay, so I'm just gonna create a new layer. The joy of working with two screens, everything's all over the place. And type retouching, and I can just clone this away. Just look for all the weird things that are not supposed to be there and just clone it away real quick. Okay, now this is why I love using Cintiq Pro. It's so good. Yes, Wesley, I really hope Capture One will support PSB files as well, because some of my composites really can stretch into like weird file sizes, man. Like my Princess Leia shot, yeah, that one was like a 7 GB file, and I had to flatten merge some layers, no choice, because I needed the details from a PSB file. That's the only way. Yeah, that file was 7 gig, no choice. Okay, that looks pretty okay. Then things like this torn area, just like Natalie Imbruglia song, is torn. Gotta fix it real quick. Okay, All this dust, they shouldn't be there. By right, before you take a shot, you need to clean the bottle. But because this is just a haphazard, I don't want to say haphazard lah, but it's a workshop. It's just a quick and dirty look. Okay. Then you can also like remove all this by dodging and burning. Okay, cleaning things up. You can dodge and burn certain parts so that you can have some highlights in as well. Personally, I don't really like this because I'd rather have more of the logo. Right now, I don't need this FDA rating stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Then after that, you know, of course, you're not gonna sit down here and watch me retouch the whole damn thing, right? So I'm just gonna like quickly just clean up whatever I need to clean up. Okay, and in this case, I just create a dodge and burn. In case you're wondering, I'm actually using a Retouching Toolkit, so all the shortcuts are there. Very quick burn, burn, burn. Okay, I want it to be very sexy. And I want to burn, or dodge rather, some of the highlights. Bring back some of the highlights. That's fine. And in case you're wondering, you can always press the backslash so you can actually see the masking. Okay. Oops. Sexy bottle ketchup. Yeah, sexy bottle ketchup, man. So I decided to like make my bottle of soya bean sauce look really sexy. And it was quite funny, you know, because when I first posted this up, a lot of people saying, hey, you know, why are you putting up a bottle of champagne? This is wrong. I said, what's wrong with it? I don't give a shit. So let's just burn. Then after that, they saw the logo and they were like, oh man, it's actually a bottle of soya sauce. Yeah lah, you mangkuk what? Assume someone. Yeah, so this is something that you can do. Bring back the logo, and then after that, just save it. Okay, make sure compatibility is on. Press OK, and then after that, go back to Capture One. And where are you? Capture One. Yep. And now you notice that there's a PSD file here. Okay, and it's pretty much edited. Okay, wait. Photoshop is still saving. Photoshop, where are you? Okay, then after that, yeah, see, pretty much done. Okay, so this is pretty much the final product. Now of course you can just make some micro adjustments. You know, make it more sexy, increase the highlights a little bit, decrease the highlights a little bit. Oh no, increase, sorry. There. Sexy bottle of soya bean sauce. Okay. Yeah. This is pretty much it. I don't know why the Wacom screen still see a bit more. Yeah, you can add some sugar and chili and turn it into rojak sauce. Yeah. So anyway, long story short, you can actually do this at home. You don't need a studio or you need your lights. And I know some people will be like, oh, but you're using brown color lights and all that. Well, if you don't have brown color light, it's okay. You can still use any flash or any strobe light. Just get the right modifier. Okay, scream is quite cheap. Or if you don't have scream, you can actually still use other things like a white t-shirt. Or not white t-shirt, white t-shirt. Okay, a white t-shirt is able to get the same effect as well. Or you can actually do something like a white piece of cloth or something like that. You can try it. Okay, just make sure that it's big enough. Okay, remember this is like a giant softbox now. It actually helps with making it look like a giant modifier where it softens the lights even further. It's like a diffuser of sorts. It is a diffuser. All right, it is a diffuser. You just need to invest in things like C-stands and light stands, or if you don't have those, then get a voice activated light stand. What do I mean by voice activated light stand? Get someone to hold the light for you, hold the screen for you. You have brothers and sisters, yeah, get them because they're also stuck at home, you know. But the most important thing is that you try this at home. Okay, so I want to see more people share their works of art with regards to the bottle of soy sauce in various social media platforms like Twitter and things like that. Okay, so now, okay Google, let's get back to normal. Hey Google, let's get back to normal. Yay. Now lights are all on. Okay, so now, yes.
Glad everything is back to normal.
Now, Nafi has actually shared a stay-at-home challenge with MEZ hashtag. Okay, so you can actually post up your own photos of your soybean sauce on Twitter now or Instagram. Now, this is not a competition; it's a friendly, just for fun, and just do it. You know, just have practice, try something out, get this shot. You know, a very sexy shot of a bottle of soybean sauce. Of course, you know, I will let you know that I have done this previously, and this is actually the final results after retouching and cleaning up and all that in under 1 hour plus, I think. Yeah, so this is the final work. Okay, you can actually adjust it such that your camera is facing directly above. In this case, my camera is a bit too high, not sure why. Oh, I think I know why, because I actually placed another Kupo box underneath, so the whole thing is lifted up. But yeah, you can do that as well. So you can stack your boxes. If you don't have a box, you can use a table. You can do a lot of things. You can play around. Okay, so it depends on what you want to do. Okay, now with that, are you all ready for the next segment? The more probably what a lot of people are here for. Okay, for people in Malaysia, you still have a chance to win a copy of Catch One Pro 20. Oops, sorry, I shouldn't have typed that out. Yeah, I actually have Jarvis. Jarvis is supposed to type out for me. Okay, Jarvis, let them know what they need to do. Thank you. So for Malaysia, you actually have a chance to win a copy of Capture One Pro 20 here. For Indonesian friends, some of you guys are still watching, you also have a chance to win here as well. So for Malaysia, you have 3 days left. Indonesia, you have 2 days left. And for the Wacom giveaway, it's open to all, and it's open for until, you know, you have 13 days. You have 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks to win this prize. Okay, it will be over. Did I get it right? On the 4th of May. Yeah, 2 weeks. Suddenly cannot count. Okay, so you have 2 weeks to try your luck with winning the Wacom Intuos Pro. Now, I am very, very jealous of you. One of you guys is going to walk away with an Intuos Pro Small. I'm still stuck with the Intuos 5S and the Cintiq Pro 24-inch. Well, I'm happy to Cintiq Pro 24-inch, but I wish I can replace my Intuos 5S. I would love to have an Intuos Pro, but you guys have a shot at it, so go for it. Okay, so the Wacom contest is open to all members or participants in Southeast Asia. Now, there are some things you gotta do. You need to follow this channel, subscribe if you can. That'll be really great. And then after that, visit the instructions are there, so you can just try. The links are in the chat box. Jarvis has provided them for you guys. There's 3 points. Please make sure you collect, or rather you click on the correct one. Singaporeans, you can only join the Wacom contest. And for Indonesian friends and Malaysian friends, you have the additional chances of getting Capture One. Now, Malaysian friends, please read carefully. Do not click on the Indonesian ones. Indonesian friends, please be very careful. Do not click on the Singaporean, Malaysian ones as well. Okay, so just take note of these appropriate channels. Don't click on the wrong one. Please follow. I'm always on Tuesdays and Fridays at 8 p.m. Singapore time, and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Singapore time. I know some of you guys have probably seen this channel on your Facebook. You can probably see it on Twitter as well. But it would be great if you guys share with your friends, tell them about this channel. You know, hopefully this is something useful for you guys, especially for those of you who are working from home or stuck at home because of COVID-19. The idea is basically to have a free platform for you guys to enjoy. But if you all want to donate and fund this project, make sure that it continues or motivate me to continue, then please, you know, send your donations my way. Yeah, this is one of the ways you can say thank you to having this channel up and running during these difficult times. Now, of course, these difficult times, I hope they will go away. And even if they go away, and if I feel that, you know, there's still people following and watching the streams, if you find it useful, I'm more than happy to continue. Oh, Musi, thank you so much for following. Did the alert box show something? I'm not sure. Alert box doesn't seem to be awake, huh? I hope it's working. I don't know. I haven't sorted out that thing yet. But anyway, I can see that you subscribed to tier 1. Did you push everything up? Yes, I did. I guess I didn't set the settings properly. Yeah. I don't know what happened, but it's not there. Layout. Oh, yeah, that's my bad. It didn't register. It's supposed to be there, but it's not reflecting what your subscription just did. Sorry about that. So anyway, if you subscribe, then you'll probably see your name up there. It's supposed to be there, but somehow it's not working. But yeah, thank you so much, Musi, for being a moderator as well as a subscriber. Now, you guys probably know this, but Musi was the the AZO FlexScan EV2456 winner. Then after that, a couple of days later, he actually volunteered to become a moderator to help out with the channel running. So thank you for that. It's always great to have people to support the channel this way. So yeah, for friends who are living in Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and anywhere else, thank you so much for joining in for today's workshop. If you want me to do another workshop like this, where we push the boundaries of doing something else, I know some of you guys are asking me, can you do a toy photography workshop? If you'd like me to, let me know in the chat box. If you have any suggestions on how to do this as well, please go ahead, let me know, or you can email me, for any suggestions, or you can drop me a text on Twitter. So once again, this is where you can actually talk to me directly. Okay, this is my Twitter profile. Talk to me there. All right, I'm more active on Twitter these days. Facebook, you see so many notifications, and I don't bother reading. Just too many. But if you guys feel that this is a useful platform and you love it and you like it, please subscribe, please follow, share with your friends, tell your friends all about it. Okay, I'm more than happy. Every time I see people following, I'll be like, yay, more followers, so I can be motivated to come up with more challenging topics. So some of the things that I'm planning to do is basically like shooting with water and all that. Let's see how it goes. What else do I want to do? That day I was thinking about it and I just can't recall. Toy photography. So someone asked me, can I do toy photography as well? Yes, I'll slot it in as well. So that's coming up. But yeah, mark your calendars. Make sure that if you want, just hang out with us and follow the channel. All right. So I'll be on Tuesdays and Fridays at 8 p.m. Singapore time, and on Saturdays at 5 p.m. Singapore time as well. And with that, I think that's pretty much it for today. Unless you have any questions, I'm happy to take any questions for the next 5 minutes. Please ask me anything about today's workshop. Don't just sit down there and watch. I like to see more people interact on the chat box as well. Type something, chat. This is pretty good. Oh, Pooperan, you're there. Run Rong, nice to see you. Thank you so much for dropping by. I just saw you being a new follower. Yeah. So I don't know why this alert box is not working. Pooperan just went. No. Why are you not working? Shutdown source when not visible. I don't know. I'm gonna give this a go tomorrow. Thanks, Mez. Yes, go ahead, man. Amirul, try it and knock yourself out. Share with me your work of art on Twitter. Please put the hashtag so I can see your work, or you can tag me as well. All right. Helsinki something. What something? Helsinki. I'll see you on Wednesday. Oh, wait! Before we go, special moment for those who are still watching. Luckily, Helsinki is here. Every time I see him, I remember of Sigma. Yes, let's do a live unboxing. One light only, right? Multiple exposure. Yeah, go ahead, man. Knock yourself out. Multiple exposure is fun too. Okay, yeah. Before you all go, let's do a live unboxing and let's shoot something with it. Bloody hell, I almost forgot about this. Oh my god, you guys are the first one to see this. I have not opened it yet. Okay, so let's go. Woo, unboxing time. See? Instruction manual is inside. Don't know what language. Never mind. Don't care. I can smell the new lens smell, man, guys. Box. Box put here. Okay. Who's this? Musi asks, apart from bottle ketchup, can I replace it with other bottle too? Yes. You can use chili bottle, whatever glass bottle, plastic bottles you can. Go ahead. Okay. Are you guys ready? It's still got its camera condom on. We never seen that live. It's got its own plastic. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Okay, it's very light. It's so much lighter than my GM lenses. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, lens hood comes out. Okay, that's good. That's cool. Cool. Nice. Cool. No doubt. Okay, guys. First time taking out this lens. Look at that. Oh, so shiny. Thank you, Sigma Singapore, for sending this my way. This is the 70mm Sigma f2.8 DG Art macro lens, and nice. Cool. I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, man. I'm in season 4 now. It's lovely. So this is the hood, and yeah. Oh man, let's. Oh, got a nice smell. Okay, good. Cool. Okay, let's do this. Now I heard that this lens extends out. Let's see how it works. This is my second ever Sigma lens. I've actually. Ooh. This is interesting. I thought it's supposed to extend. Maybe I need to connect first on the camera. But let's do that. Okay, I'm so excited. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna put it right over here first. I'm gonna bring my camera out, change the lens, and let's shoot the bottle of ketchup manis with a macro lens. Okay, let's do that now. Oh, no power wouldn't extend. Okay, see Helsinki already is there. Lens driven by wire. Okay. Okay, taking this out. Okay, I hope I don't drop the lens. Of course, that doesn't happen most of the time, usually. Okay, let's put this on. Oh man. Cable. Okay, let's see. Okay, guys, first time putting this on. There we go. Okay, let's do this. Boys. Lens is on. Let's see what happens if I were to focus it. Oh, look at it. Extension. Okay, let's try this. Okay, I'm gonna see if I capture one again. Okay. Do you guys want me to see? Do you guys want me to shoot with this and see how it works? Do you guys want that, or do you guys want me to stop right now? Shall we do something? Shall we shoot the bottle of ketchup manis with this lovely lens? Let's shoot it. All right, I love that. Let's do this. No, what was that? Was that a lens? Nope, wasn't a lens. Okay, good. Cool. Okay, let's connect this up with a tripod. Now let's see what happens. Okay, bottle of ketchup manis up top. Okay. This is so lovely. Okay, hold on. Oh, this is so nice. Okay, you guys can't see what I'm seeing, but this is really nice. Okay, this is really nice. Yeah, this lens is gonna lose its virginity of a bottle of ketchup manis. Okay. Focusing, standby. And I need to turn on the I can actually move closer. This is, yeah. Let me just find the footing. Just too excited, guys. This is a lovely lens. Okay. What's the MFD on this? Feels like I can still focus up close and personal. Any idea what's the minimum focal distance on this guy? Yeah, I'm gonna shoot a close-up of the gold label at the neck, and let's see how it looks like. Focusing. Ooh, man. First shot. Here it comes. There you go. Oh man, that looks so good. Look at that. Okay, you know what? I don't want to put ketchup manis anymore. I'm gonna put something else. Let's shoot someone else. You guys have no idea what I'm gonna shoot. I'm not gonna reveal it yet. 25 cm, huh? It's good, man. Okay, let's put a model up. You guys are gonna love it. This is so cool. Oh, I accidentally turned off the camera. Sorry, that's my bad. That's my bad. Sorry. Okay, camera working up. No Iron Man. No Iron Man. My Iron Man figurines are stashed away in the IKEA Detolf. But I got someone here. 25 cm. Okay. Oh shit, this guy is a bit dusty. Let me just rub him off. Okay, that sounded wrong. I totally did not want to say that. As in, you get the idea. Okay, let's focus on this guy's face. Let's see. Yay! Let's move the reflector closer. Woohoo! Bumblebee. OG. Yeah, this is the original Bumblebee, guys. Composition is a bit off though. Let me just adjust it a little bit more. I'm just too excited, that's why I just shot it. Okay. Bumblebee. Okay, focusing on the eye. I need another reflector. Okay, I'm just gonna put the reflector right in front over here. Just give me a sec, guys. Okay, so you can see the logo. There we go. Holy crap, this looks so good. Look at the details, look at the sharpness. This is fantastic, guys. Lovely. Okay, favorite lens already. Favorite lens. Favorite macro lens. Well, it's my only macro lens, but still favorite lens. Up top, high five. Well done, yeah, Sigma. This is a very good lens. Look at that, it's so sharp. And this is 100%. Holy crap, it's so dusty. It needs to be cleaned. Bumblebee, what have you been up to? Being so dirty, you dirty yellow car, you. Shoot Iron Man maybe when I unbox him somewhere up there. I'll do that. Wesley says shoot a close up of the gold. No, sorry. Since you're using the A7 Arc, no, I'm using Mark II. I don't have Mark III. F11. F11. Let's try F11. Okay, I'm gonna try F11. And I'm gonna bring the reflector in again so I can see the Autobot logo. Let's see how it looks like. Oh yeah, sorry, that's my bad. I totally forgot because I went up by one stop. So I have to compensate with my light. Okay. Let's try this again. There you go. That looks better. I think it should be proper. Oh, look at that. F11 is pretty good. Oh, look at the details. So lovely. Yeah, man, this is solid. Data shot. Okay, auto. Oh, way too much. This is just lovely. Look at that, guys. Bumblebee using the same setup as my Boto Kicap, so I don't have to change everything and anything. Oh, I just realized something. If I were to turn on my A7R2, my A6500 goes into hang mode, so I need to turn off and turn on so it can get back to normal, which is fine. It's just weird. Let me just fix that first. Come on. There we go. So now I'm moving again. Okay, so this is the Sigma 70mm f2.8 DG Art macro lens. So this is the box. So who wants a giveaway? I'll give you the box. Yeah, I'm trying to kick this habit of keeping boxes. Yeah, I mean, you guys probably have seen my room, so many boxes. But yeah, this is a lovely lens. This is so sharp and it's just amazing. Totally worth it. And it's about 700 plus Sing dollars. It's pretty good. I just got it today, so it's still fresh from the oven. Yep, so that's it. I think for today, that's pretty much it. Now, if you guys are interested again, I'm just gonna put the contest details again. Keep boxes for warranty purposes. No need lah. I'll be okay. Famous last words. Okay, once again, if you guys are interested to join the contest, and I encourage you to do so, please join the contest, follow, subscribe, etc. etc. I'll take the box for display purposes. I'll probably throw the box away. I don't like keeping boxes. Yeah, so it's a good lens. Ahmad, yay, nice to see you again. Yeah, I need to talk to you soon about having you here. So Ahmad is a commercial photographer. I really love his works. He's a commercial photographer from Malaysia. I want him on this show, so that's gonna happen soon. I've already spoken to some other photographers from Malaysia as well. Wesley as well will be joining me in one of the episodes, so take a look at that as well. And I also got Tengku Azri coming up as well, so that's gonna happen soon as well. So stay with this channel, follow and subscribe. I will bring a lot of interesting photographers from Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. Indonesia, I'm gonna bring Eric Dinadi as well. For Singapore, I'm gonna bring some of the members of PPAS who are in the photography industry, but that's not confirmed yet, so that's something I'm working on. But yes, Eric Dinadi, Tengku Azri, Ahmad, they are all interested to come on board. I also have bad news. I was supposed to bring Akasha Diana onto the show, but unfortunately, because I think she broke her phone, she's got no way to do live streaming now. So that's that. Okay, maybe in the future we'll bring her on board. I've also spoken to Nadira Zakaria. So yeah, a lot of Malaysians. I don't know. Yeah, Wesley. I think Malaysia is like my second home now. So I guess a lot of Malaysian photographers are like, in the list. I'll try to get hold of more Singaporean photographers as well. But I guess yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay. Yes, Wesley, I really hope to go to KL again. I really miss Roti Canai special. Man, that shit is so good. Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much for watching today's episode, and it's just so great to do this virtual workshop, and I'm very thankful that a lot of people have joined and come to tune in. If you have missed out certain things, or if I've missed out certain things, I'm really sorry about it. Please ask questions or send me an email, give me suggestions on how to make this channel better. I am very open to ideas and suggestions and feedback, and I believe in always making things better. That's why I always try my best to make the channel better. In fact, if you watch the very first episode of this live streaming show, you realize that I've gone, yeah, this is something else already. It's totally changed. Yeah, but thank you so much for joining me for this evening. I'm very, very grateful that I've seen so many viewers for tonight. Thank goodness. Okay, so and with that, I bid you all good night, goodbye, stay safe, take care, till the next episode. Sayonara.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation.
On 3, 1, 2.
now.